Well, you can't miss it. A large new football stadium is rising above the campus of Alabama State University.
It is the latest in a string of construction projects at the school, but this one's different. Some say it puts ASU in direct competition with the city of Montgomery when it comes to athletic events. WSFA-12 News anchor Mark Bullock is live at Alabama State with a special report. Now, Mark, this is a big project for Alabama State in more ways than one.
Right, Bob, and it is a big football stadium. This is an artist rendering on the sign out front. It's bigger than any stadium in the conference. So big, in fact, it will seat more than 3 times the number of fans who normally show up at an ASU football game. University officials say they're not concerned about that, though, because they're building for the future. ASU's campus has been transformed with more than a dozen construction projects recently. A new library, new classroom buildings, new dorms.
The economy has been in favor of how we get these projects built, so we've taken advantage of economic times.
The university has spent more than $250 million on construction in just the last 5 years. The mostly bond money has paid for new athletic facilities as well, like this baseball complex and this huge new football stadium still in the works. It's already tall enough you can see it from the interstate. And at a cost of $62 million, it will hold nearly 30,000 Hornet fans.
We're going to build 26,500 seats. But we also have the infrastructure in place to build this place out to seat 55,000 people.
Athletic Director STACY Danley says it should do wonders for recruiting.
Well, I mean, it's a game changer, no doubt. It also helps, we think, with student morale, alumni morale, being able to have some hometown spirit, being able to generate more fans.
For years, the Hornets played at Montgomery's Crampton Bowl, which ironically has just undergone a transformation of its own, $10 million worth of improvements. Yet ASU chose not to stay, and in fact is now luring other Crampton Bowl tenants to its new stadium, which sits less than 2 miles away. So what will this new stadium do to the old Crampton Bowl? If Crampton loses out on events, how will that affect city revenue? Tonight at 10, hear from the mayor and the Sports Commission about their plans to make the Crampton Bowl complex remaining a viable venue. Bob?
Thanks a lot, Mark. ASU Stadium is expected to be finished in time for the Turkey Day Classic this November. Now, for more specs and artist renderings, you can find out information about tickets to and a detailed list of the university's latest construction projects. You can check out the online version of Mark's story. You can find it at WSFA.com. Well, about the time Montgomery's Crampton Bowl was in the middle of a huge facelift and expansion, Alabama State University began building a 26,000-seat state-of-the-art stadium of its own.
Now, it turns out both are going after some of the same events. So, is there room for 2 football stadiums in the same city? WSFA 12 News anchor Mark Bullock has the answer. Mark?
Built in 1922 on top of Fred Crampton's old landfill, Crampton Bowl has served Montgomery well, hosting baseball in the early days and football today. But one football tenant, Alabama State University, is leaving the stadium and trying to take others with it. Crampton Bowl is best known for high school football.
So it's an Alabama win, the 4th in a row.
More recently, it landed this regional all-star matchup. But soon, ASU will be working to attract those same events to this brand new football stadium.
More than likely, we'll use it for high school football, all-star games, concerts, battle of the bands. This will be the nicest stadium in this region.
It boasts all kinds of amenities, including luxury suites and a club level to watch events in air-conditioned comfort. You won't find that at Crampton Bowl, but city officials say they're not concerned.
I'm for them having everything they can get, and we'll have everything we can get.
Ken Blankenship is head of the Central Alabama Sports Commission, tasked with attracting new sporting events to town. He says Crampton Bowl has something ASU doesn't. The difference is, here at Crampton Bowl, it's not all about football, no matter how nice this field may be. It's really about this, a huge new multi-purpose building sitting in the end zone.
There's nothing like it in Alabama.
It's 92,000 square feet, the largest building that can be built without internal support columns, meaning it's conducive to almost anything.
Volleyball, basketball. For example, you could have 20 wrestling matches in there. You can do dance, large numbers of dance clinics. Even bigger than that's cheerleading.
The Sports Commission has identified more than 25 uses for the building, and it's already getting bookings.
We've got about 70 days that are, quote, committed.
Montgomery's mayor also points to the dozens of other sports facilities in town. He says the city is working to attract events to local baseball stadiums, golf courses, even the Alabama River.
When people come and stay in Montgomery, stay in the hotels, spend their money, and enjoy and have a good time, that's where the payback is for us.
So it appears these two stadiums aren't competing, but complementing one another in an effort to build new revenue and a new reputation for Montgomery. The mayor says it's about promoting Montgomery as a sports capital. Already, the Southern State Athletic Conference, which counts Faulkner and Auburn-Montgomery among its members, is planning to hold its conference championships at Crampton Bowl. The mayor says one day, maybe even a college bowl game will call Montgomery home. Valerie?
You never know. Thanks a lot, Mark. A Troy University study shows the city should more than make up its $20 million investment in Crampton Bowl. You can read more about the facility and its 92-year history on WSFA.com.